In this lesson, we will learn about time values. This refers to quarter notes, half notes, eighth notes, etc., and how they relate to the beat. With that in mind, we must first understand what we mean by beat. Let's suppose we are tapping a beat with our foot. If you look closely, you can see that there are two motions to the foot. The foot goes up, then down, up, down, up, down. When the foot is up, we call that the upbeat. When the foot goes down, we call that the downbeat. So now we have downbeat, upbeat, downbeat, upbeat, down, up, down, up. We can now see that there are two parts to the beat, the downbeat and the upbeat. So one beat equals a downbeat plus an upbeat. We can also use a plus symbol to indicate the upbeat. The plus symbol actually means and. So the upbeat can actually be called the and beat. Now we can count a beat in 4/4 time as 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4. The numbers refer to the downbeats and the ands refer to the upbeats. We can now use the downbeats and upbeats to explain how the time values of notes work. Now that we know what a beat is, we can now discuss musical note values. Musical notes consist of two bits of information. One, the pitch or the name of the note, and two, the amount of time that we hold or play the note. For the purposes of this lesson, we are not concerned with pitch, but only how long we will hold or play the note. Because of this, we'll use notes that have an X or a circle with a stem on it to show only the note's time value, or how long we hold it out or play it. First note we will look at is the quarter note. As you can see, a quarter note gets one count. It gets played on all the downbeats. It looks like an X with a stem on it. Consequently, when we play it on the guitar, we use all downstrokes on the right hand. For example, if we have 4 quarter notes and we are holding down an A major chord with the left hand, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, playing all downstrokes with the right hand on each downbeat. We could also say down, 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 down. So here is that example with 4 quarter notes. I will count it off and we will play it with holding down an A major chord on our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next note we will take a look at is the half note. It gets 2 counts. It looks like a circle with a stem on it. The half note is hit on the counts of 1 and 3. We hit it on 1, let it ring out for 2, hit it again on 3, and let it ring out for 4. As with the quarter note, we will use all downstrokes in the right hand. So, in this example, if we had two half notes, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, or down 2, 3, 4. So let's play this example of two half notes. Here's the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we have the dotted half note. It looks like a circle with a stem. The circle has a dot following it. The note gets 3 counts. If we had two dotted half notes following each other, we would play the first note on the count of 1, letting it ring out on the counts of 2 and 3. Play the second note on the count of 4 and let it ring out for 5 and 6. We use a downstroke in the right hand to play it. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or down 2, 3, down 5, 6. So here is the example of having two dotted half notes following each other. I will count it off and we will play it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, the count off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we have the whole note. It looks like a circle with no stem. It gets 4 counts. We would hit it on 1 and let it ring out on the counts 2, 3, and 4. Again, we use a downstroke in the right hand. So we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, or down 2, 3, 4. So here's an example of a whole note. I'll count it off and then we will play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last note we will study is the 8th note. If we have just one 8th note, it looks like an X with a stem and a flag attached to the top of the stem. If we have 2 or more 8th notes, we usually tie them together with a bar. The 8th note gets half a count. So we hit the first 8th note on the downbeat when the foot hits the floor, and the second 8th note when the foot goes up on the upbeat. As a result, we hit the first 8th note with a downstroke and the second 8th note with an upstroke. If we have a series of 8th notes played after one another, we would count 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, or down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So here's an example of a series of 8th notes that we will now play. Remember, play the first 8th note with a downstroke, and on the and, which is the little plus sign, play it with an upstroke. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once again, count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. To see how these notes work in a piece of music, we will now perform them in a series of musical exercises. We are now going to do some exercises to further understand how to use quarter notes, half notes, dotted half notes, whole notes, and eighth notes. Remember, on your left hand throughout all these exercises, we will be holding down just one chord, an A major chord. When we play on the downbeat, we will use a downstroke. When we play on the upbeat, we will use an upstroke on the right hand. Let's go to exercise 1. Here is the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will now play exercise 2. Here is the count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here is exercise 3. The count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We will now try exercise 4. The count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and. Now let's try exercise 5. The count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the real test. Let's do all 5 lines as one whole piece of music from beginning to the end. Here we go. The count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 4. This concludes our lesson on time values. What we will be using these time values and notes, such as quarter notes, half notes, dotted half notes, whole notes, and eighth notes, in the future, we will be using them to learn how to strum different songs. So, if you ever get confused as to how to strum a song, go back to this lesson and review your time values, and it will make a lot more sense.